Hey everybody, so we're going to do a little video here. We've had some questions. Some people are having some questions and not sure of what's going on with this big box that they got for our virtual annual meeting. So by now, hopefully you've gotten it. If you haven't, make sure you let us know. If you've registered past May 22nd, you will not get this conference box, unfortunately. We had 60 families or individuals we were able to give them out to within our grant support. So you have received this box and you're wondering, oh my gosh, what is all of this stuff in here? So we're going to walk through that. So the first thing you're going to come upon is a letter, and it was a letter from me kind of explaining about the annual meeting. One thing, if you didn't get my emails, I want to make sure that you understand. In this box is an iPad. You are part of a new virtual innovation project that we're doing. We're calling it VIP. That's going to help people connect with us during our COVID-19 pandemic that we're under. We want to make sure that you have the ability to connect with us. So we've got this awesome idea. I'll explain to you. But if you got this letter and you read through it, you will notice that your iPad has to be opened with a password. Unfortunately, in my typing craziness, getting all of this together, I transposed the passcode. So it's not HOCS, it's HOSC 20. And that is your passcode to get into your iPad. Everybody has that same passcode. You can change it later. But that was just to help us download all of these apps. So please read this letter. So then second, let's just take this out. You've got this bundle of information for your tool. But let me just tell you a little bit first about what's in the bigger part of the box, all the goodies. So this is from all of our sponsors. Can't thank them enough. I want to give a shout out really quickly to the sponsors that have stuck with us, helped us make this annual meeting. So we have our premier sponsors with CSL Behring, Novo Nordisk, Genentech, Pfizer, Takeda, and BioMarin. And we want to just thank them very much for all of their support in this endeavor of trying to do this. And then we have our platinum sponsors, which is Accredo, Bayer Healthcare, Diplomat Specialty Infusion Services, Drugco Healthcare, Metadex, Octapharma, Santa Fe Genzyme, and Sparks. And then we can't do anything without the support of our treatment center from Prisma Health. We have the National Hemophilia Foundation, Hemophilia Federation of America, and Pharma has also helped us out. So thank you to all of you who have helped us provide this annual meeting and our virtual program that we're working on. So you probably also got, if you have teens in your family or you registered teens, I provided you with this paperwork. This is for our exciting teen program that we're doing with the Treatment Center and with NHF. And so if you have this in there, look at it. You got some paint sets, you've got some paint, you've got a pencil, and this is all about doing a little bit of a project prior to the annual meeting, and then you're going to bring that with you to the annual meeting when it begins. You'll need to sign up for those teen sessions. Also, we have from Diplomat Specialty Infusion Group, this is a little project we're doing called I Am Nate. And it's going to be an awesome project in which you are going to have lunch with us. We're going to read a story. We're going to do, you can see we're going to do a little bingo playing. And she's going to read a book. You're going to do a scavenger hunt. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Also inside here is a lot of other stuff from all of our industry folks that have helped us out. So again, we want to give a big shout out to them. Some of them provided some goodies. They've all got their information. So as you know, we always have our exhibitor table. So these are your exhibitor table information. And then of course you got our Advocacy Strong coffee cup. Unfortunately, when we were working on our advocacy during the month of March, we were going to be passing these all out, so we didn't get them out to you at that time because we had to kind of stop short. So we put them in there so you can drink some coffee or your favorite drink. And then also we have our mouse pads. So our iPads do not have a mouse, obviously, but you can use that for any other computer you have or anything. So have a good time with that. You can also give it to someone. It also has our coalition and our website on there, so you never forget where to go for our website. So for right now, I'm just going to put this down on the ground. Oops, so get that out of the way. So enjoy just looking at all that. And then let's look at this bundle here, this exciting news. So I'd like to thank Greg, my communications and chapter development assistant, who has helped put all of this information together. You've got a little welcome packet, kind of talks about what we just talked about. If you have a different computer, an iPhone or our iPad, however, we did the work for you on the iPad. This is just ways for you to use Zoom to go to your iPad, your phone, your laptop, your phone to dial in. So this was just some information so that you have that. So we have that. And then on top of that, you have this kind of what we call a contract. And so what this means is, again, we are giving you a tool to use to, go into the internet, to do really what you want with it on your personal level. But it does belong to the chapter. It's part of our services. It's an educational tool for virtual meetings, for telehealth, anything else that you guys need to do. So of course we can't give you something with that much power, if you think about it, without some sort of a contract to make sure that we're covered should the event that something happens, somebody takes your iPad and they're doing something negative with it. This kind of just really protects us more than anything else. And so what I need you to do, if you're going to be part of this program, you'll just need to sign this back page and send that in. We provided a self-addressed stamped envelope. So read this contract, make sure you understand it. This is just, again, there was some language in there that I think some people were a little concerned about. So I want to make sure that I kind of walk you through that a little bit. So number one, we understand that this iPad may break. If it breaks, and you want to fix it, that's up to you. We can't give you another one. You can only get one in the time that we are doing this project. So we wanted to make sure that you understood that obviously this is an expensive piece of a tool, and do your best to not have anything happen to it. But don't think we're going to get mad if you have an accident. We already had one iPad that someone's dog jumped up on, and unfortunately before they got a chance to get the cover on, it broke the screen. We understand that, but she's going to be able to put that back on, and the screen will be protected, and hopefully, or maybe we can get that fixed, or she can get that fixed, or he can get that fixed, and work on that. This is an iPad cover. It will go around. It looks like my iPad here, our sample. So it goes on. It kind of protects that for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't help it stand up, but it does help. And then also has a cover on it, a protective cover. So make sure that you're not like some people, myself, that didn't read the directions and had to do it the hard way. The directions to it is right here. And so if you read it and you really do what it says, the cover comes on really easy. But take some time to put that cover on prior to really getting into the iPad. All right. There is also a little bit of language about monitoring. So let me just explain that really quick, what that means. So these iPads are part of a big, what we call the management system. What that means is we can push information out to you on this iPad. And I'm going to open it up and you're going to see what I mean. We cannot see what you're doing inside your iPad. I don't want to know what you're doing inside your iPad too, but we cannot see it. We're not monitoring your usage, what you're doing. We can see if you've turned the iPad on, and when the last time that you, I think, turned it on, basically is what it says. So if for some reason we're seeing that, you haven't turned on your iPad in a month or something like that, we might call you up and say, hey, are you not using it anymore, or was it not an effective tool in communication? We might ask you, do you want to return it if not? Or we might say, hey, don't forget, we've got some good things on there. So that's really the only monitoring. The other thing is, if for some reason you lose your iPad, or somebody steals it, please don't get upset and not tell us. If you tell us about it and you have personal information on it, we can shut it down. I can push a button. Your iPad only is locked. So it's locked out from anybody else getting your personal information. So that's a really good tool for you. So make sure that we know that. We can also locate it. If somebody has stolen it and it's somewhere else, we can push a locator on that iPad. Those are the only things that we can monitor. So we think that that's a fair fair trade-off that if you're part of this program, that we can make sure that it's safe out with you, and then also we have just a little idea how it's working for you. Again, we cannot see anything you're doing on it. I would hope that you enjoy putting your emails on it, your pictures, and all that kind of stuff, but on our end we can't see that. And again, this paper really does more to protect us from if something were to happen on this iPad that we bought and kind of a property of our inventory. If something was going on with that, this says that we do not, we're not responsible for what you're doing on your iPad. This is also really exciting. We finally got some brochures for the HTC. We were part of all this development, so we put those in there. I'm hoping that all of our HTCs, we can do the same thing and make sure that everybody has that information of where our HTCs are in the state. And so we're excited for that. So let's go into really quickly, let's open this up and let me give you just a little bit of help of what is in here and how this works. Okay, so you're going to open your iPad and we've already preloaded it. It may be off. Let's see, I turned this on a few minutes ago. The off and on button is here. So if you're looking at it like this, the off and on button, and over here is your volume. So if you push up on the first one, it goes up. If you push here, the volume goes down if you were listening to music or doing anything. So the protective cover is still on. This is just so that we didn't get all of our fingers on it. You're going to peel all of that off. And if you touch the iPad, obviously it's going to ask you for that passcode. So remember what I said. It's just like Hemophilia of South Carolina, HOSC. You're going to hit this bottom, and you're going to say 20. Hemophilia of HOSC 20. And then you're going to push done. You should pop up with this big, our blood drop. However, as I said, I could change the background. I could put things on it. And some of them may still have, because it hasn't been turned on, the old, it was Hemophilia South Carolina, big logo. It was really big on here. So we have to continuously adjust these things. Greg's doing a good job on downsizing all the little icons. So you'll see that this is what's on there right now. And if you go like this, you swipe this way or swipe this way, you're going to have all kinds of little fun things pop up, right? But let's just go back to the very beginning. So now you've opened your iPad, it's kind of looking like this, and you're going to find this little button that looks like this. It's like a little wheel, and it says Settings. So you're going to push on that Settings. And in order for all the other things to link up, you're going to have to put your internet in there. So you've got to be somewhere that you can connect to the internet. And if you don't have internet in your own home, we hope that soon we can find a way to get that internet to you. I know our state is working a lot on having the whole state have internet services. But if you do not have that, let us know. But if you do, you're going to push. Now, I'm already locked into our Netgear in this office, but you're going to push this little button right here. And it's going to ask you to find like what internet you are. So obviously, we have a lot of internet in our office here because we have a lot of offices, but you would find what is in your own home or wherever you're out. You would push that. So let me just push this here. And it's going to ask you for your password. And that's the password to your individual internet. All right, so once you have that in there, it's going to pop up and it's going to say, check mark. Ooh, so I am now connected to our internet, which is Netgear 29 in our office. So what's good about that is now I can go and I could look at all these apps. So the one most important app that we want to make sure that we downloaded onto your iPad is this Zoom. So if you push on this little camera and it goes like this and everything is working, you should see this where it says start a meeting. Okay, so if it doesn't look like this, we need to get that pushed through and downloaded. So I'm going to go back over here to the settings again. And in order for you to use the other apps that we have put on there and the little URL web clips, you have to sign into your iPad. Well, actually, I take that back. You've already got your, you're already signed in with your internet. But if you want to use Facebook or any of the other apps, you have to go in and make an Apple ID. So what does that mean? So if I have an Apple ID, you're going to put it in here and go through, what it says. If you forgot your Apple ID, then you're going to push here. But now I don't even have an Apple ID. What on earth are you asking me for, Sue? Okay, so you don't have one. You're going to push this button, and it's going to say either I create an Apple ID, I forgot my Apple ID, or cancel. So I'm going to create an Apple ID. So I'm going to push this little button. And it's going to walk me through it. So I think they ask for your name, your birth date, and then they're going to ask for an ID that you make. You do not have to have that to use this iPad, but if you want to link all of your pictures that you already have maybe on your other iPhone, or if you want to, everything that's up in the cloud, you want to use email or anything else, you can do that, okay? If you have a problem with that, give me a call, but that Apple ID is not what's so important. Hooking up to the internet is. So now we're on the internet, and what do you have on here? We know how to use our Zoom, so we're going to talk about that in a minute for our annual meetings. But let's see, there's all kinds of apps. We have not set this up entirely, so you'll see things like this, little red marks and different things, and that just means you have to do something. Well, see, I don't have my Apple ID, obviously, in this pad because it doesn't belong to me, so I can't use iMessages, text messaging. All right, but here's what's exciting. So on this this pad, we have downloaded things that we have sent to you, URLs that we think are important for you as somebody that has a bleeding disorder. So let's start with our national organization. The National Hemophilia Foundation is a great organization to get you a lot of information. So instead of me saying, hey, go to hemophilia.org, I've already loaded it on here for you. So you can go through the National Hemophilia Foundation's website and get all the information you need, right? So let's try another one. So now I'm going to back out of that by pushing my little button, and I come back, and we have Hemophilia Federation of America. So now I've gone into that one, and up pops everything about Hemophilia Federation of America. All right? So now I'm going to pop back down again, and let's see if I can find HSC's website. So it's going to be one of these with the little blood drop, right? And I think it might be here. Yep, there's our website. It can take a second to load. And on our website, you're going to be able to scroll through and do whatever you are looking for, right? And just to let you know, whenever you see these banners, if you touch the banner, you will go to that page specific. Sometimes people don't understand that you can touch that banner and get right to the page. But here's some of the information that we have on our website. You can scroll through. If you're looking at any of these little icons up here, you can push on those. You can push on our calendar, our news. You can donate, email us. But let's just say, let's check out this. I just touched this, and it should go directly to our golf page. Okay, so our website's on there, but better than that, I even loaded, I think this is our calendar page. So here's our website. You have to kind of read really small print underneath. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And this is our calendar. So if you push on this one, it's going to go directly to our calendar page so that you always know what we're doing. Now, we're also in the process of redoing our calendar page. And so you can see, because we've kind of gone virtual, that we have all these little events, right? And so what you can do is just kind of go to them and click on them and register for certain events. So let's just talk about the pre-conference to make sure we know what on earth we're doing here. I am going to go to, on June 5th, it's next Friday night, I want everybody to join us. We're going to have a huge game of Kahoot. We're going to meet our sponsors. You get a chance to meet the board of directors. So on a virtual event, you're going to just go right here like that, and voila, it says meeting registration page. You're going to put in your name, your last name, your email address. You're going to say you're not a robot, and you're going to register. And we'll do that in a minute just to kind of give you one more quick news about how all that works. So you can also see I've got Prisma Health on here. I've got DHAC on here. So here's DHAC Hemophilia Program. The assistance programs on there, how to apply if you lose your insurance or you're having difficulty. You can go into there. You can go over here to patient services. We have a program with patient services, PSI. Most of you know about them. You can contact them from here. What we've done is just try to find all the best things that we can load on here. And we haven't even scratched the surface, my friends. We've also been able to put some of our advocacy work on here, our YouTube videos. So if you go to that, here's our YouTube video that we did. So if you want to share that with people, let's listen to that really quick. This is about us. I think if I push that little button, oh, there we go. Now you have this on your iPad. If you're advocating for us, you can take your iPad, make sure it's got to be on internet, unfortunately. You're going to push that button, and you're going to be able to share this with people. So this is just, so fabulous for us to be able to provide that for you. Let me X out of that. There we go. And then the exciting right now is obviously our conference. So you can see I have 3 icons. 1, 2, 3. One of them is just the conference page. It gives you some information. The next one is kind of the virtual page. It gives you some more information. And then the simplest page is to go over to here to the last one, which says Hello Program. So if you go to the Hello Program, you're going to see this. This is our program. This is all that we're doing on June 12th and 13th. A little bit of information about it, our award ceremony, and then who is speaking for us and our guest, and all the things and the times that you can register. So let's just say you want to register for Saturday morning, the gene therapy. That's what you're excited about. This is actually going to roll along with Len Valentino. He's the new CEO of NHF, and we're excited that he's going to give us a little bit of his view of what's happening. So you would just press this button here, and it's going to tell you that you've registered for the opening ceremony. But if you zoom in, you can probably see that this meeting will start at 9 o'clock with Dr. Valentino, and then a little bit more. The Brendan will come right into the gene therapy, but technically this meeting actually starts at 8:30 with all of our sponsors. So if I was doing this, I'm going to put my name in here, Sue Martin, and I'm going to put my email. Oops. Oops, wait a minute. You got to know your email. Okay, and then I got to do, and I did it a little bit wrong. So if something's going to go wrong, maybe I'll do my shorter one. I'll do s.martin HSC at my Gmail. Oops. All right. Oops. At Gmail. So see if you got anything wrong, it's going to tell you at gmail.com. So I'm going to do this again. Oops. I forgot which one I was doing. Okay, I think both of those are good. It's going to ask me if I'm a robot. Oh, now it asks me for those dumb pictures. So let's see how smart I am. We're a statue. So here's a statue. Here looks like a statue. I think that's a statue. I push verify. It says I'm not a robot. Now I'm going to register. Oh, but look, it's telling me I did something wrong, and I know what I did. I forgot the HSC. Sue.Martin HSC at gmail.com. Now it's going to go through. Oops, now I'm going to register. And here it is. So now I have registered. And what does that mean? So what that means is it is sent to my email, an email that says I am registered. So you have to go back to your email. If I were to go to my phone really quickly, let's see. I go to my phone, and I'm going to go to my Gmail account. I should have, any second now. Oh. Let's see. Probably hasn't come through yet. Oh, I take that back. I'm looking at something different. So it says chapter services at NHF. So I'm glad this happened. This session is going to be hosted on NHF's Zoom because we have 2 Zooms going because we have so much going on we couldn't hold it ourselves. So now I've just gotten this email, right? And if you look here, and I'm going to tell you this because I want you to know this. If you keep things on your phone or you're very good at understanding that, you can just push the link and it'll take you right into the meeting on the meeting date. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to go back to this little icon, which is join a meeting. And one thing you need to understand is, see this little thing that says password right there? You're going to need to have that password, and you're going to need to have this meeting ID, right? So if you've registered and you've got so much going on, I would say as soon as you get your email, take a piece of paper, say, I'm going to go to the 9:30 or 9 o'clock opening session, and here is the meeting ID, and here is the password. So let's just pretend that I want to join this meeting. Now, I want to show you what it's going to say because it's going to say it's not starting yet. But I'm going to join a meeting, and it's going to say meeting ID. Where did I say that meeting ID was? Ooh, it's down here. It's this big, long number. All right, so I'm going to put that in, 86223666907. And I'm going to say, it's asking me iPad. So I guess that's just telling me what I'm doing. And now it's going to ask me for that password. So I'm going to go back up because I'm going to need this the day of the session. And I'm going to put in my password, 925765. And now it's going to ask me to continue. And I'm going to continue. Oh, and now it's going to ask my screen name. So that means, what do I want to be called? I want to be called just Sue. And it's going to ask my email because remember I registered. So I have to put in my registration, Sue Martin at, Sue Martin HSE at gmail.com. Okay. Now it's going to tell me, look, waiting for the host to start this meeting. It's starting at 8:30 on June 13th. Obviously, we're not there. If we are, when it's ready to go, it'll just take you and go right on in. If you're not the host, it'll say, if you are the host, if I was the host and I was doing it, I would push that button. So that is just kind of a quick, I'm going to leave that meeting. I'm going to back out of here. That is just kind of a quick run through of what this iPad can do, but we are just, like I said, so excited to be able to put information on there for you. I don't really think we're going to be putting more apps on unless there was some sort of an app for Factor or something that we can purchase and put it on there. We had to purchase the licensing for these 4. This is your Instagram, this is your Facebook, and Twitter. We don't use that a whole lot, but we do tweet. There's our Twitter right there. We wanted to make sure you had those apps so that if you do have an Instagram account, if you have a Facebook account, or you have a Twitter account, like Hemophilia of South Carolina, all of our pages was on that large page that went over there that I showed you, that kind of had, that had all of our handles and stuff. So if you go to Hemophilia Facebook and you like us, you like our Instagram, our Twitter, and then of course our website, you'll be able to follow us all the time so that we have a lot of information on there for you. So I hope that was a lot of work, a lot of information for you. I hope that this helped you out. Greg and I are here to help you anytime. Just give us a quick call at 864-350-9941. We'll be happy to walk you through this. You also have, if you get all hooked up, you have FaceTime on here somewhere. And, oh, right here. And I've been having a good time FaceTiming people so that I can put the iPad on, you can put it on, and we can talk back and forth. There's Greg. He's been doing a great job filming us. So thanks, Greg, for all your help. We've been working really hard for this annual meeting. We're so excited. We miss you, and we're trying so hard to get back. Small groups, we're going to kind of inch out now a little bit and see what happens. But this is a process. We really are excited because I know that we've already helped some people get really technical. This is intimidating if you're not someone that knows this, but really, guys, we all have got to get a little bit better with our technical abilities, learning things, new technology, so that we can take you out into the world and allow you to learn something. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate all of you, the board of directors and I, and all of our staff miss you, and we're very excited to see you virtually soon at our annual meeting. So I think that's it for now. We'll talk later, and goodbye.